Hi there, everyone. It has been a minute. It really has. I I think I last I talked to y'all. I think it was my first day of work, and I got a whole week out the way. So, so let me tell y'all, I have really, I have really enjoyed. I have extremely enjoyed everyone that I've worked with because I got to do that training for a while and everything, and so I got to work with a few different people and stuff. But I'm working with the main person, who more than I'm working with anybody else. So I'm happy about that and everything because I'm learning from one of the best. I can actually see that now that I'm learning from one of the best. I watch her closely, and I see that any situation that comes up, she know how to handle it. Okay, I cannot put this thing on, and I can't ask William because his finger's so damn big. He get me frustrated. He really does when I ask him to help me. Okay, look at that. There I go. There I go. There I go. There I go. No, I was gonna get it on. But so anyway, the week has been going amazing. I have to honestly say it has been going amazing. Been getting the help that I need to to do the job well and to be able to be on my own. That right there is, oh, my nose is running, and so that right there is super important for me. Is that Shadow Dado? Yes, that is Shadow Dado. Look at Shadow Dado. I just called you. I don't want you all up in my face. But so yes, and I do have some, for all my prayer warriors out there, everybody who care about my life as well. I want y'all to keep my parents in y'all prayers and everything. They're doing okay, everything. But it was a scare this week and everything. I'm not gonna go into details, but it was a scare this weekend, and so now we got to up our game, far as making sure they're okay and making sure they have the attention that they need, to 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 live a successful life. You know what I'm saying? They 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, they're going to need additional help from the family and from the family, and that's why I love my husband so much. My husband is the most amazing person ever. He is that person that that wants to give his time. He wants to be able to be there, for them and everything. And like I said, I love that because I'm working, and I question, if I should, continue working and everything, question that because when I started, y'all know when I started as part time, and then not even facts, not even an hour in my first day, they were like, what you should do first, you should do full time, and me, thinking, oh my God, that's extra, spending money, buy wigs. So extra spending money. So I was like, yeah. So I decided I would do full time, but I think I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna talk to my supervisor, and I'm gonna tell her 4 days will be good for me. Five is too many. 4 days will be good for me. And then I can have 3 days. I can have two with my parents, and then I can do church. And then they can give me two consecutive and one separate. If they need it, not together. You know what I'm saying? That, I think I'm gonna do that, because I'm gonna talk to him, and she knew about the situation because I had to text her because I couldn't do my 5th day of training. However, I learned everything I need to learn. I learned everything I needed to learn for morning shift. Now, this week coming up, I'll go to work on Tuesday, and I'll learn everything I need to learn for the afternoon shift. Then I'll go the next week for the midnight shift. So like I said, I got the morning shift down. I really did because of her, and and working beside her and her showing me. She's one of those she's one of those teachers who she a fast talker and everything, and she gets to move and stuff, and I be like, hold it, girl, hold it, you move too fast. Okay, let's do this again. I love that, that she's able to say, okay, and and kind of slow herself down with mine, because like I said, I've done all of the programs, all of it, but I haven't did opera, and it is messing with me because I have so many different programs in my head, and then when I be doing something, I be thinking of another program, and I hit something, and I be like, oh my god, you always got to hit out all this old stuff, you know what I'm saying, and falsely, you just hit FO, it's over, you know what I'm saying, so it's different things, PMS, easy. This opera is easy as well, but I just need to spend a little bit more time and everything. I'm gonna get it. I ain't found anything yet in my life that I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do and do it well. Nothing, and that is the truth. I've never found anything that I wanted to do and I didn't do it well. So I got this. So I got it. I know I do, and everything. Because y'all ain't gonna stress myself. So it, no, I'm not. So anyway, getting my Valentine's Day, party. I told you I was gonna do a Valentine's Day party for my mother. I invited my mother and daddy, and I invited my auntie and her boyfriend, and I invited my brother. His wife's gonna be out of town. And so and so his wife is going to be out of town, and so I invited him. I said, if you could stop by, most definitely. We would love to have you there and everything, because I am trying. See, that's what people fail to realize is I am trying to show people that I'm trying to show people that I ain't here to interrupt nobody's life. I ain't here to get into something with somebody, because guess what? It really don't matter to me what's going on with these people. It doesn't. I said the only thing that's in my main focus is my parents. Okay, that's what's in my main focus. That is the only reason why William and I decided to move back to Michigan. We didn't decide to move back to Michigan so I could have a relationship with cousins, siblings, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That could remain the way it remained it when I wasn't here. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? But if like my mother was saying, she's like, she's like, I would hate for y'all to see each other and you ain't civil. And I was like, it's nowhere in the world that I would see my brother and not be happy to see him. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean I want to hang out with him. It don't. It don't mean I want to hang out with him and his family. It does not. You know what I'm saying? So, but love him, and ain't nowhere in the world that I'm going to treat him any, worse than I would treat anybody else on the street. Because y'all know I treat people on the street well. So why wouldn't I treat my family well? Okay, but at the end of the day, like I said, my main focus is my parents. And my parents have a relationship with my brother that is so amazing. And that's how I can put it. It's amazing, because my mother was like, who is Daryl to me? I said, that's your baby. And she said, right. And I said, okay, who am I to you? We still ain't came up with that yet. we still haven't figured that out, okay? We still haven't figured that one out. we still haven't figured out who I am to it. But guess what? It doesn't bother me that we haven't figured it out, because guess what? I've been away and I have been running from this for so long. For me to come back in and demand a place in here, you know, see, yes, my mother loves me. Yes, she's starting to like my company because I'm starting to like her company. I didn't like it at first, truthfully, but now we're starting to like each other's company. I went over to her house, y'all know, and I came back and I told y'all just how amazing of a time that I had this week. I went over, what, twice, and yes, it was twice. I went over by myself, and then I turned around and went over with my husband and my dog. And like I said, we went over there, and me and Mama had the best time ever. Last night I cooked ribs and made some devil eggs, and I'm gonna take that over there today for them, so they can eat later on in the week if they get hungry. You know, everything. So the relationship that I have with them is hey baby, my baby's so tired. I'll be so glad when 1:30 get here so we can leave, honey. And so we can leave and let her go to sleep, cause she show like, okay, y'all is just a messing with me. Who's a messing with you? Who's a messing with you? You got to see my baby. Who's a messing with you? Huh? You messing? Who's a messing with you? Huh? Mommy's messing with you. She messing with you. She like, okay, soon as I get to messing with your butt back, okay, don't get to hollering at me. She probably saying, soon as I get to messing with your butt back, don't you dare get to hollering at me. I ain't go holler at my baby. But at the end of the day, I am, I I'm happy that. Oh, y'all ain't even say Foxy Day. She in her bag, okay? She waiting to go. But I'm saying, but at the end of the day, I am so happy that I'm here. I'm so happy that I'm a phone call away now. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy that I can go and spend some time with my family. You know what I'm saying? I am. I'm happy about that. I really am. So that's I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You know, yesterday when we was out there, me and Mama was in the dining room because we went out there and had biscuits and gravy for breakfast, and so me and Mama was in the dining room area eating, and Daddy and William was in the bedroom, and so they was in there, and Mama looked at me and she said, "Listen to your daddy," and I'm like, "He talking about us?" She's like, "No, listen to him." I'm like, "I'm listening to him." She said, "He hasn't been that happy in a while," and that touched my heart, that my husband could bring him so much joy. You know what I'm saying? And then I listened. And I listened to my husband. My husband was playful, and he was, listening to Daddy, and they was talking, and Daddy was listening to him. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you know, just like she was happy her husband was happy, I was happy my husband was. You know what I'm saying? And it was so great. So when it was time for us to leave, so when it was time for us to leave, cause when it's time for me to leave, I leave. Okay, I'm not gonna be, I'm not, and I made the promise to myself today. I'm gonna go out there because we're going out there and we meeting kind of as a family, to talk about some uncomfortable stuff. But anyway, but I said, but I sat up there, and honey, and I put in for the lift, and as soon as I put in for the lift, then I let William know, okay, it's coming in 16 minutes or whatever. And then he's like, what? Y'all leaving already? I was like, yeah, we gotta get home because I got dogs at home and they gotta go to the bathroom, especially Shadow. You know what I'm saying? They gotta go to the bathroom and doing all that, honey. They can't. Shoot, we went out there at what 9, and came home at 2. That was a good 6-8 hours. So, good 6 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, so it was about time for me to go home and everything. And so Daddy said, you can go, you can leave, Will. He told me I could go and I could leave my husband. I'm not leaving my husband over here, people. Okay, they trying to tell me to leave my husband. Say you can go, you can leave William. And William ain't gotta go. And I was like, yeah. And so today, when we go over there, we supposed to have dinner and have this, really heart to heart talk and everything, with me, my brother, and my mother and father and everything. And I'm sure his wife and William. And so William gonna stay the night, and then gonna stay tomorrow. Then he's gonna come home on Monday because I go back to work on Tuesday. So he gonna come back home on Monday. Oh, he come back home on Monday. He come home, he can get some rest because Tuesday his ass getting up. He got to take Shadow. Got to take my baby here. Got to take my baby here to go get her rabies shots, and then he got to take the other dogs to go get their nails cut. And after that, he got to go to the grocery store because honey, we, like every month, month and a half, close to 2 months, we have to get a big old bag of dog food. And so we almost down. They got a couple more eating times, but we almost down with their dog food, honey. So he got to get dog food. Then we down with he got to get Tide Pods and different stuff for the wash as well. You know what I'm saying? So he got to go do all that because guess what? I go to work from 2 to 10 this coming week. So mommy goes to work from 2 to 10 this week, okay? And she'll be working 2 to 10 Tuesday through Saturday. And then I'm off on Sunday and Monday. I don't know. I got to look at that schedule. I think I'm off on Sunday and Monday. Who knows? It's either Sunday or Monday. It has to be Sunday and Monday. Then I work Tuesday through Saturday. No. I think I'm off only on Sunday this week. I don't know. I figured out. What are you doing, babe? Mommy, baby. And unless I just work 4 days this week, it don't matter. I kind of hope I do. I love you, Lord, though your mercy never fails me, and all my days. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yes. Oh, 'cause all my life you have been faithful. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. That's my song. That is my song. But so anyway, your goodness is running after me. Okay, I'm just singing. I'm supposed to be talking to y'all. Okay, I'm just singing. I just got into that. I just felt that, and I wanted to share it with y'all and everything. So, like I said, I'm happy with the things that are going on in my life. I'm happy that I'm happy that I'm getting this opportunity to work as well in a field that I love and everything. And the hotel is quiet. Let me say, it kind of reminds me, I would say it kind of reminds me when I was working overnight at Town Place Suites. When I was at Town Place Suites, I worked 3 days in the daytime, and I worked because I was off on Monday and Tuesday, and I worked Wednesday, Thursday. No, I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the AM. Then Friday and Saturday, I worked overnight. So I was off on Sunday and Monday. Yep, because I would get off on Saturday. I would get off on Sunday morning, and I'm off on Sunday. Then I'll be off on Monday, and then I go back to work on Tuesday. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. And it's kind of putting me in the mind of when I was on the midnight shifts at Town Place Suites. Some days, and I like the midnight shift because on Fridays it got kind of wild, but some weeks it was extremely quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize it's a Mormon state too. So some weeks it was extremely quiet, and I would be there. But the only difference is when I was at Town Place Suites, I used to get chairs and put them together, honey, and throw a pillow and some blankets on it, and I was knocked out. Really was. And I would take Foxy with me. So that was me and Foxy shift. I would take her with me. She would work with me Saturday and Sunday. She would work with me Friday and Saturday. She sure would. And so, but it was hard for her to sleep because she heard everything about her hearing everything. She just sat back up. She just sat up. So it was hard for her to sleep. So, and that was a pretty good thing too, because when I went home, when we went home, we both was knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty good too. But anyway, so it kind of put me in that kind of image because the hotel is quiet. It is, what? They have 8 check-ins through the days. So the PM shift don't got no check-ins. 9 times out of 10. And then the midnight shift get the distressed guests. So it's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. But I'm gonna get with it, and I'm gonna figure it out. Excuse me, and everything. But like I said, I'm happy right now. I hope I don't have, like I said, I hope I don't have to get on here and be like, oh my God, the job didn't work out because these people was that or that like that. I'm hoping I don't have to do that because I'm hoping that everyone stays consistent with who they are. And that's hard. That's hard because it seems like I work with 99.9 women. So it's not always what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, it isn't. But I'm hoping that they're all in a place in their life that they're, it is what you see, what you get. I'm hoping and I'm praying that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm noticing too with the women that I have worked with, they have been authentically, themselves. They spoke on things, you know what I'm saying? Because I be sitting up there and I sing my praise, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And some people be saying it ain't, but I'm saying, but they genuinely, tell you their strength and told me their strengths and their weaknesses as well. They basically, it's like, I ain't got it all together. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that they know that, because when people know that they ain't got it all together, so when you say, hey, there's a problem here, they already know I don't have it all together. So guess what? Let me look at this. Because some people let their pride and all of this get in the way, and thinking, because they got some type of position and all this, and I look at positions like I look at people, honey. All y'all the damn same. Yeah, you might have a little bit more, authority over me at this place of business, but you're going to treat me with the same respect that everybody else treat me with. You're not going to talk down to me. You're not going to, speak to me in any kind of way that that I find offensively, and I will let you know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I am. You know, if it get to the point where, you know, I see I can't deal with you, I know how to step away. God has blessed me with an amazing husband who can take care of me. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. He has blessed me with that. And my husband passed away, I'd still be taken care of. But I'm saying, you know, but God has blessed me with that. And I appreciate that every single day. Every single morning when I wake up, I thank God for everything that He has given me. You know, William, my dogs, you know, all of them. Look at this dog. She steady keep trying to go to sleep, and she know her butt gotta get up because I don't want her to not be tired when I go. We're gonna be gone for a couple of hours, so you know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pre-book my way home. I'm gonna pre-book my way home so I can leave at a decent hour. I give our talk. I'll give our talk 2 hours because I think within 2 hours we should be able to come up with something. I give our talk 2 hours, and then I give another extra hour to hang out and stuff, and then I'll come home. So that's 3 hours. So I'm gonna get there at 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 6. I could do 6 or 6:30 because my brother's gonna get there too. He said he'll get there about 2, or he said he gonna get there about 3 or 3:30. So I could do 7. I booked my lift for 7 to go home. That right there, that'd be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then I won't be trapped. No, I won't. Okay, I won't be trapped no way, you know. But that's what my day consists of. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna talk to my parents, we're gonna spend some time, and we're gonna have fun. I'm going to have fun. I am opening my heart, I'm opening my mind, and I'm gonna pray before I get there, and I'm gonna pray while I'm there, and before we sit down and talk, I'm going to pray. And I want us all to pray because I want us to, you know, listen to each other with an open heart and in the knowledge that we're all here for the same purpose. That's gonna be my prayer. Y'all have a great day, and 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna see y'all in a couple of days because when my husband go up there, I ain't putting none of this on. Y'all know I ain't gonna come live if I ain't. So y'all have a great one, okay? Y'all have a good one. Shadow Dado, you want to say bye-bye? Huh? Where you at? Shadow Dado, you want to say bye-bye? So she said bye-bye. Okay, y'all, bye.